What's going on, fam? This video is going to be a prime example of when people are with you for the wrong reasons. The moment you have issues, the moment you go broke, you run out of money, they will leave. They will show you exactly who they are. And we're going to talk about JoyceIyn and a Patreon page that was started allegedly by her, but it was taken down, so maybe it wasn't made by her, but we're not hearing anything concrete from her side. It could have been a family member. They're making claims about one Arkells and his involvement with her and how she was treated, which was stark difference from when she spoke out, her and his other girlfriend slash roommate or whatever that situation is, that, you know, whatever. And the page was taken down. They made claims about him and how he treated her. Let me just say this. Before we can go forward, we have to go to the past, and we have to look at how it came to this. Now, y'all know Kelly. You know, he has been accused of things. They may be true, they may be not, according to the people who support him or the people that don't like him. But he is now behind bars, okay? He's facing the issues that's going on with him. But we have to look at accountability in other areas that's not there. And when you have somebody like this young female who clearly, you know, may have changed her mind recently, even though this page may not be her, may not be her. I truly feel like you have women like this. When the money runs low, they got to go. Look at Evelyn Lozada. I mean, look at the fact that she was in a relationship with a guy who admitted to spending millions of dollars on her. And once he started to go broke, she was making preparations to leave. And I believe they got engaged similarly around that time. See, women know when to go. They know when the jig is up and they no longer really care about this person. So what they want to do is get what they can get and leave. And this is what causes the issues with men wanting to commit to women. No man wants a gold digger. No man wants to deal with a woman who's with him for what he has. But that's the reality of today's world. The reality is that you have women who are chasing bags and they're willing to date men that they really don't even like that. Even though he may have a past like Kelly does, they will still date them. You will still have JoyceIyn's father taking her to his house to go and meet Kelly, have her living with Kelly. But now all of a sudden, you know, he is against this. You know, he wants her back. And it's like, bro, you initiated the meeting because you wanted your daughter to be famous. You wanted her to be a celebrity. Even though, again, this isn't too far from removed from what, a couple years back. Even then, there were plenty of people who became famous or celebrities off of what they did on social media, i.e. YouTube. You know, I bet if you go look at some old YouTube videos, you'll see some of the singers, entertainers of today making videos. You don't have to take her to this guy's house. You know this guy's background. Ever since 2001 when that videotape came out. Also, you had the allegations in the 90s with Aaliyah dating her before her 18th birthday. So this guy is a guy who really, I think, may be in full regret mode, but he has never really been accountable for the fact that he had her, you know, around this guy. He took her to be around this guy, and this is why she doesn't want to go home. This is why she's willing to allegedly put up a Patreon page in order to feed information out there. you know, because she doesn't trust you. She doesn't trust your judgment. She probably doesn't trust any man's judgment. And that's what I see also with a lot of younger women. They will date older men because they think that older man can bring them stability. He can bring them order. He can be a leader. But some of these guys are just as clueless as any young man who's just starting out in life. I think R. Kelly is that way. The guy can't even read, okay? And well, according to him, can't read or write or whatever. Even though, you know, this could be debatable. I think R. Kelly's is playing a little mind games with some people. But also, I do think that he trusted a lot of the wrong people over the years. This is why you have people speaking out against him now, because they realize that there are, you know, there's blood in the water. I mean, look at his ex-wife. All these years, she's done nothing but praise him, praise Kelly. She's never really spoken out against him. Even when she was on a reality show right after they separated, she didn't badmouth him. But because of the wave of newfound outrage, she wants to join the outrage mob, so nobody goes at her, so nobody's angry with her. So she's joining the outrage mob because she wants to say, hey, I'm distancing myself from this person. Look at what they've done to me. And it's like, well, why haven't you said anything? And they act like that Kelly has all this, you know, pull where they can keep them from being successful, whatever that they're doing. But you're still taking this man to court for child support. You know, you're still seeking his money, but he's such a bad guy. You would think if he was such a bad guy, you wouldn't want anything from him. You wouldn't want him to be around your two young ones, but you actually do. So it's like, either Kelly has just done a lot of people bad, or these people just never really liked him and was only around him to use him, which is looking more and more like that. Now, I'm not saying that JoyceIyn is all of a sudden she is against him and she's doing all this, but you never know. I mean, you never know what the future holds. Could write a book, can go on an interview tour. You know, money and opportunity have a way of changing people's perspective. It makes the most loyal people unloyal. This is why you can't expect loyalty from anybody. You can't. And I've told people this in videos and live streams. You have to rely on yourself first. But sometimes you can become overconfident, and sometimes you can believe your own hype, which you should never do. Now, you have a segment of women who are teaching other women to go after men for what they have. And with all of the information we have out here, do you think men are really going to fall for that? Now, I will say this, though. There are men who lead with their wallets. There are men who know that a woman is with them for their funds and they don't care, which is fine. But you can't complain when you realize that she's only using you for money. You know, you can't lead, you know, say, hey, you know, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to fund your lifestyle. And then when that female leaves you, when the money starts to run low, you can't complain then, because you already knew what you were getting. Same could be said for Kelly. I just truly believe that loyalty is not in a lot of minds of women these days. You have a lot of women who are in it for the opportunity. They're in it for the right now. They don't think ahead. This is why they go and they get this work done. They get all these different surgeries, getting all these different new body parts, you know, getting their face rearranged, because they don't know how to let the process play out, exercise, work out the right areas. They don't want to do that. They want to look like a human Barbie doll, you know? And what happens is, physically, when they are not in the same place and they're not feeling the same way, now they want to reverse that, you know? You can't reverse the money that you spent needlessly on some of these particular women. But I understand that there are a lot of guys who take pride in being able to have it and flaunt it and spend it whenever they want to. But understand that there are a segment of women who are going to seek you out for what you have, not who you are. You can't expect her to be with you. You know, you can't expect to get a particular female, right? And then, you know, down the road, you expect her to be with you because she respects you. She respects what you do for her, not exactly respect you. I could be wrong, you know. Maybe respect can be gained, but how often does that happen? How often does it happen to where you have individuals, okay, who are able to start respecting you after they've, you know, you spent money on them, millions, thousands, whatever, you know? We all got to follow our own path. And I think that in this situation, you have somebody that really doesn't have anything. They don't want to go back home. They want to be able to take care of themselves now, whether this is her or not. But this is a cautionary tale of also accountability not being had in this particular situation. This girl's parents were wrong, especially her father, for putting her in front of Kels. Absolutely wrong. What was you expecting to happen? What happened is exactly what happened, because you were so concerned about your daughter becoming a celebrity, becoming a star singer. You were naive to think that just by you going to meet him and taking her with you, that somehow she was going to get signed and she was going to have this success, man. I honestly, and some of you may disagree with me, but I think that the dad knew about Kels and how much he liked younger women, and he thought that by, you know, taking her to go see him, that maybe Kels would be intrigued to want to help her. See, that's that naivety of people, the trusting nature of people, especially when they are around celebrities. I don't know why, but people tend to trust celebrities more than they should. And I think this is a situation where accountability needs to be had on all sides, you know.